If you've been told you have fibroids, endometriosis, PCOS, premature ovarian reserve, or you have unexplained infertility, if you're carrying extra weight that doesn't respond no matter how clean you eat, if you've experienced one or more pregnancy losses, I want you to hear this clearly. Your body is not broken, but it may not be prepared yet. And those are two very different things. For a long time, we've been taught that conception is something you just try for. You stop birth control, you track ovulation, and you wait. But here's the truth that most women are never told. Preconception is an actual biological stage. It's not a waiting room, it's not trial and error, and it definitely is not luck. It also shouldn't be left up to whatever you do before you immediately get pregnant. There is a sequence the body follows before it says yes to pregnancy. And when we skip that sequence, we're going to see patterns like fibroids, inflammation, immune system dysfunction, excess weight, hormone chaos, and repeated pregnancy losses. But before I go any further, I want to tell you who I am and why this work is personal for me. In my early 20s, I was told I wouldn't get pregnant. Not it might be hard or not we'll see. I was told it would not happen. And whether we admit it or not, when a woman hears that, it changes how she lives. It changed how I made decisions, how I planned my future, how I related to my body, how much power I believed I had, and even how I related to men. For the next 17 years, that story quietly shaped my life. And then I gave birth to a 10-pound healthy baby naturally in my guest bathroom. No epidural, no induction, no outsourcing my power. And that moment didn't just make me a mother. It introduced me to a version of myself that I had never fully met before. The woman who knows deep in her body that she's a creator. The woman who can bring life from one dimension into another. That experience rewired everything. Today, what I do is help women prepare their bodies for pregnancy from the inside out by restoring minerals, rebuilding the microbiome, and creating internal safety so the body can do what it was designed to do. But more than that, I help women reclaim trust in their bodies because infertility, or what we're calling infertility, isn't just physical. It changes how you see yourself. It chips away at your confidence and it makes you doubt your intuition. And I'm on a mission to help women meet that version of themselves, the one you often meet during natural birth, the powerful creator, the woman whose body is not broken, the woman whose body knows exactly what it's doing when it's resourced, supported, and respected. I don't approach fertility as something to force, hack, or override. I approach it as something to prepare for. Because when the foundation is right, when the minerals are restored and the body feels safe, fertility isn't something you chase. It's something that emerges. And that's the lens I bring here and to everything I teach. Here's what it takes to make a baby. To grow a baby, your body is going to use 5 to 10 pounds of minerals. Let that sink in. I'm talking calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, trace minerals. These are not optional. There are literal building materials. And your body has two choices about where those minerals come from. They can come from your food and mineral reserves. This is our preference. Or they can come from your own tissues, bones, teeth, organs, adrenals. And if those reserves were already low, the body does something very intelligent, very protective. It says now is not the time. This is where fibroids, PCOS, endo, stubborn weight, and pregnancy losses start to make sense, not as failures, but as signals. Here's why fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, weight that won't come off, and pregnancy losses are often connected. These things don't just happen. They thrive in a terrain that is estrogen dominant, inflamed, and mineral depleted. Excess weight, especially around the middle, is often a sign of metabolic stress and mineral imbalance, not a lack of discipline. And pregnancy loss is frequently the body saying either, I tried, but I don't have the resources to sustain this. Or it has a lot to do with the microbiome. So that doesn't mean you can't carry a healthy pregnancy, but it means your foundation wasn't fully built yet. We need to think about preconception as the foundation phase. And this is the part I wish I understood sooner. Preconception is not passive, it's preparatory. It's the phase where we ask, does your body have enough minerals to build another life? Is your digestion strong enough to absorb nutrients for you and the baby? Does your nervous system feel safe enough to prioritize reproduction? This is not guesswork. It's not, let's try and see what happens. There's a clear order. And for years, I didn't know this either. I used to support my clients by addressing the symptoms they came in with. Came in with fibroids, we talked about fibroids. You came in with hormone imbalance, we talked about hormones. You talked about wanting to lose weight, we talked about weight. You talked about pregnancy loss, we talked about pregnancy losses. But what I now know is this: there are two layers beneath every health imbalance. And if we don't address them, the body struggles to heal. No matter how many supplements we stack, protocols we do, those two layers are minerals first, microbiome second. Minerals set the metabolic foundation. They tell your thyroid, adrenals, and ovaries whether the environment is stable. The microbiome determines whether you can absorb those minerals, clear excess estrogen, reduce inflammation, and maintain a pregnancy once it begins. My job is not just to help you manage symptoms. My job is to help you straighten out those two foundational layers because they directly affect your ability to heal the very thing you came to see me for. Here's the reframe I want you to leave with. If you're thinking about pregnancy now or in the future, this step is not optional. Preconception is not waiting, it's preparing. It's saying, I want my body resourced, resilient, and ready before I ask it to grow another human. And when you honor that sequence, minerals first, microbiome second, the body doesn't have to be forced or overridden. It does what it was designed to do. And if this is your first time hearing about minerals and fertility, I want to be really clear about something. Minerals are often behind subfertility, but that doesn't automatically mean they're your issue. And I don't believe in guessing. That's why I created a free AI chatbot called the Mineral Clarity Concierge. Very fancy of me, I know. It helps you get clear on whether looking at minerals makes sense in your specific situation, your symptoms, your history, and what your body is showing you. It's not a generic yes or no. It's not a supplement recommendation. You'll leave knowing whether minerals are a likely root cause issue for you and what your best next step actually is, not just do more or try again. You can find that link below and start there. And in the next videos, I'll be breaking down how mineral depletion actually develops even when you eat healthy, why gut health determines whether minerals work at all, and how to tell the difference between hormone issues and mineral issues because they're not the same thing. If this conversation is new for you, start with the clarity first, then we'll build from there. I'll see you in the next video.